Have you ever had a persistent thought about someone? They simply exist regardless of what you do. They are the first thing that comes to mind when you wake up. Somehow, they reappear after you go to sleep. They seem to have taken up residence, rent-free, within your head. Here and oppose, the odd bit, though. It and oppose, not random when that occurs. According to psychology, that individual is also experiencing two significant events. I and oppose, repeatedly witnessed this. When people come to me, they assume it and oppose, just love or obsession. However, it goes deeper than that. There and oppose, a genuine, scientific explanation for why their energy lingers in your thoughts and why they can sense it at the same time. By the time you finish watching this video, you will know just what those two things are, how they subtly bond you both, and what it really means when someone is constantly on your mind. So inhale, and let and oppose, get started. The mind link is the first. The first thing that occurs when you are constantly thinking about someone is in your brain. We refer to it as a cognitive pull. That individual has become emotionally salient, and your mind has fastened onto them. To put it simply, they are distinctive. It'd be their voice, their smile, or that one moment that really gets to you. A glance, a chuckle, an unfinished farewell. It is marked as significant by your brain. After that, it continues to play it repeatedly, much like a favorite song on repeat. Your brain is attempting to comprehend something it is still unable to explain, not because you wish to. For this reason, when you and oppose, reworking, eating, or scrolling, you suddenly think about them. The memory is triggered by a small object, a sound, a smell, or a word. And the brain says, hey, remember them, in that moment. This is when things start to get interesting. They frequently experience this mental replay as well. Because of the power of your attention and emotional energy. Even at a distance, the human brain is designed to detect small emotional cues. Neural patterns in two minds can temporarily resemble one another if they experienced intense times together. You occasionally get the impression that they are thinking of you simultaneously because of this. An odd dream, an impulsive want to text, an inexplicable shiver that feels connected. It is not magical. The intellect is still looking for purpose. Until one of you finally realizes why, the cognitive pull binds you both in a silent loop. If you're still watching right now, that means something inside you already knows this isn't just another random thought. Welcome to Delete Psychology Chanel, the place where we don't just explain why you feel what you feel, we help you understand the hidden mechanisms so you can finally stop feeling controlled by them. I'm really glad you're here. Because most people never get to this level of awareness. They stay stuck thinking, I'm just obsessed, or, it's only love. But you're about to discover something much deeper. We've already uncovered the first force, that powerful cognitive pull happening inside your brain that keeps replaying them on loop. Now, get ready, because the second force is even more intense. It doesn't live in your head. It lives somewhere far more powerful. It's the reason why you can feel them even when there's no trigger at all. It's the reason why they might be feeling the exact same pull at the exact same moment, without either of you saying a word. Stick with me. This next part is where everything clicks, and it might just explain the quiet ache you've been carrying. Here's thing 2, the heart connection. The second event does not occur in the mind. The heart is where it is. When someone remains in your mind, it and oppose, usually because a deeper emotional connection has developed. We refer to this as emotional attachment. It indicates that your emotions have connected to that individual. You don and oppose, merely recall them. You sense them. Their absence is painful. Their and oppose, a surge when you hear their name. And while they and oppose, around, a part of you secretly feels secure. According to psychology, emotional memories are stored in our hearts like bookmarks. Your heart captured a moment when someone made you laugh, consoled you, or just showed you when no one else did. And your mind opens that snapshot once more whenever life becomes silent. This is the twist. When this occurs to you, it frequently causes them to feel something as well. Since feelings are multifaceted, they produce strands that are invisible, real but subtle. You may observe that they become more reflective and quiet. Alternatively, they might contact you at random and have no idea why. That and oppose, the emotional domain in action. A silent reminder that both hearts used to beat in unison. It and oppose, not fantasy. It has to do with human biology and emotional resonance. The body remembers what the mind attempts to forget when two people have similar underlying emotional patterns. Therefore, don and oppose, assume you and oppose, the only one who is experiencing this when you can and oppose, stop thinking about them. They may be silently experiencing the same little soreness. So how do you find out what and oppose, actually going on? Is it the connection between the heart and the mind? It and oppose, easier than you might imagine. All you need to do is observe the pattern. The mind connection occurs when your ideas come and go in waves, a music begins to play, or a scent emerges. Triggers are causing your brain to react. In an attempt to make meaning of unresolved feelings, it loops over memories. That and oppose, the heart connection, though, if you can still feel them in the absence of any reminders, music, sounds, or other stimuli. Because a reminder is unnecessary when it comes to emotional attachment. It simply remains silent. Here and oppose, a little test for it. For a moment, close your eyes. Consider that individual. Now observe whether a memory or an emotion appears first. The mind is what you see at a moment, such as a smile or a message. The heart is located in your chest if you experience any of these sensations, heaviness, warmth, or tranquility. Sometimes it and oppose, both. It feels strongest at that point. When your emotions and thoughts cooperate to the point where it is almost impossible to let them go. But keep in mind that both are human, both are lovely, and both are cues to look within rather than just outside. What is your mind attempting to comprehend? And what does your heart still cling to? The answers to those two questions have the power to alter everything. It and oppose, not an accident when someone is always on your thoughts. It and oppose, an indication that your soul is attempting to comprehend something more profound. Perhaps your mind is trying to find a solution. Perhaps love is resurfacing in your heart. In any case, both are real and human. Thus, pay attention to your thoughts rather than fighting them. They are demonstrating the areas of your heart that still want healing or perseverance. Additionally, there and oppose, a significant likelihood that if you can and oppose, stop thinking about someone, they probably feel the same way. Perhaps not verbally, but in quiet times when they stop and think of you for no apparent reason. So why can and oppose, I forget them, rather than asking, what is this moment attempting to teach me? Because sometimes the person in your thoughts serves as a reminder of your own ability to love profoundly, wonderfully, and endlessly. Click the end quote, like and quote button if this resonated with you. Tell me in a comment whether you connect more with your heart or your mind. Make sure to subscribe if you want to learn more psychological realities that will help you comprehend love and connection on a deeper level. One truth at a time, you will discover your answers.